Today we managed to put together the ultimate Super Friends list that looks to exploit tokens on the highest of levels. Now, we've also got some really interesting combinations here that allow us to mimic the effect of a Broker's Ascendancy, which is really ridiculous when you're talking about how many Planeswalkers and tokens we are actually running on the field. Now, this thing looks to get down tokens. Obviously, we just talked about that. So a lot of our Planeswalkers like Wandering Emperor, Elspeth, Ashiok, these things are going to provide us tokens on the battlefield. And then from there, we're going to be giving those tokens 1/1 counters with the Virtue of Loyalty. Those counters are going to be very important because when you have things like Ashiok, you're able to run things like Staff of Completion, which allow you to proliferate the board. Typically, this would deal damage to you, but in this case, you're proliferating the board at only the cost of exiling a few cards because of Ashiok's passive ability. So you're going to be growing your tokens extremely large. At the same time, you're going to be pumping up the loyalty of all of your Planeswalkers, which is actually really insane when you combine those two things together, giving us that Broker's Ascendancy effect. We've got some other really powerful Planeswalkers in the late game like Kaya and Vraska to also help us proliferate that board. And then Tolvada is just a nice little piece here. We don't even necessarily need to reanimate anything from the graveyard here. It's nice if we do, but if we can flip this thing over and spit out a 1 spirit every single turn, it's really good, not to mention the lifelink tied to all of our other tokens. And then we also got Kaya, a 1-of in here, which got to, we got to showcase this card in this build, which was really fun. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. But if you are new here, we do post videos like this 5 days a week. So if you enjoy content like this, if you wouldn't mind, liking and subscribing, that stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, though, enjoy the video. We'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing some Planeswalker degenerate nonsense with tokens, and this opening hand is pretty interesting. I'm gonna keep it. We do have a lot of turn 2 action here with the loyalties, but man, oh man, the shuffler is proving to be a bit of a problem already. All right, we got 2 Staffs of Completion. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, they are going to be important later in the game for sure, but all right, we see a Graveyard Trespasser, making my life a little complicated because I do need to answer that, but at the same time, I can't not play something here either. I'd like to go with a double Virtue block here, but if I pass the turn without playing anything, this flips over, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we'll let it flip. We'll let it flip. There's nothing in my graveyard, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, well that changes things, doesn't it? Sheesh. All right. I mean, I guess I could have expected that, though. They are mono black after all, so no surprises there that they had removal ready to go. The plan stays intact, though. We still go with the Virtue of Loyalty here. All right. And the opponent probably kills the 2/2. Which is fine, and then I bring down my Wandering Emperor to exile the Glutton. Another Emperor is not bad. It's definitely not bad. And I don't mind discarding the Staff of Completion either. It's not something I need 2 of, so. If it was Golgari, maybe. We're talking Terra Sunders and stuff like that, but not mono black. I think 1 staff is fine. It should be totally good to keep on the board. All right, I had a feeling that was coming down soon. All right, let's create a 2/2. Let's play a little bit of possum here, like we have no answer for this. Do we play the Staff of Completion? Because here's the thing: if the opponent doesn't attack into us here because they're afraid of the Wandering Emperor, I'm gonna pass the turn. If they don't attack in here and they know we have a Wandering Emperor, which is not that hard to read, then it puts us in a bit of a tough spot here. I'm hoping they minus here and then they attack. That would be the best case scenario. They minus, they attack.
Sacrifices must be made.
Another Liliana is crazy. Okay.
When I win.
All right, sure.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And the attack? Nope, everybody's gotten wise to the Wandering Emperor. There's no surprise there, man. No surprise there. All right, we get another land, which is going to be helpful down the road. Staff of Completion, we create a 2/2. Now here's the thing. Here's where things get a little rocky. If the opponent minuses Liliana, great. If they plus Liliana, not great. We need to maybe draw a card in response to Liliana. Shoot, they're definitely gonna plus. Oh, they minus, thank goodness. Okay. That means we don't have to worry about drawing a card with the Staff of Completion. I'll take it. Interesting. All right. We're gonna have to just pray and bank on the land drop. That's what's gonna have to happen here. We gotta hope we hit the land drop. If we hit the land drop, Kaya comes down next turn. We minus on the Shieldred and we should be able to win the game. If we don't get a land, probably just lose. So, I mean, I am really halfway tempted to just pay 4 life. So 6 total life to draw a card with Shieldred out here. 6 life will put me at 6, and then another 2 will put me at 4. And then I have to pay 2 to put the Kaya down. Yeah, I can't. So if I pay the 2 mana to, the 2 life to put Kaya down on the field, it would be all for naught. So, all right. We don't get to play the Kaya, but we do get a Planeswalker that allows us to get some life-linking bodies on the field, which I guess is a second best case scenario in some cases. There goes Kaya. There goes any chance we had here. That's tough. That is very tough. All because we couldn't get 1 land drop. Insane. Insane. All right, we lose the 1/1. Are they going to attack into the Elspeth though, or my face? Elspeth. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because all I'm really using the Elspeth for anyways is those 1/1s. All right. And I think now's as good a time as any to bring this down. Well, actually, no. Because if I don't have another blocker, this could be like a simple cut down or a go for the throat. We won't be able to protect the Elspeth going forward. And I think that's a lot more important. Man, got me stressed out over here. All right. I like that. That's a good sign. Really, no interaction from the opponent there. Virtue coming in hot. Another 1/1, and now all of our creatures are going to grow every single turn in power, which is excellent when you're talking about lifelink bodies. And a Path to Peril just to end it, right? Or Gix Command, huh? You would imagine. They have another one, right? They have another one. I mean, that's still fine though. But they definitely have another one. All right, play it. You're not fooling anybody here. Another staff. All right, sure. We play out another 1/1 here. I think we're fine, guys. I mean, we are an absolute grind machine right now. And we get another 1/1, and we get to pump the board twice, and it flips the wedding announcement. Huge value there in that play. What are the odds they have another one? What are the odds? I'm gonna go ahead and say that they've definitely got it. I don't know why they'd be so confident. There we go. That's not bad at all. Now we can start using that Staff of Completion without taking any damage, which is all I was really looking for here. You know what? Let's proliferate. I like the idea of proliferation here. That should do it though. That definitely should be the game, because our creatures are going to get way too big for the opponent to deal with. And that's a big waste here on the Concealing Curtains. They just take another staff from me. Not a big deal. When they took the Kaya, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When they took the Kaya, they had me stressing. All right, they gave me a better card, which is even sweeter. All right. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's just do that. And we proliferate. Yes, yes. I mean, that's just busted, right? Now we can draw cards comfortably too. I mean, this is just, we're chilling now without a shielder on the field. Oof. The tension just immediately goes down. All right, let's do some exiling. We want to get rid of the cut down. Yes. We'll create another 1/1. Everything can comfortably attack into the opponent here. They all come right back into untapped position here thanks to my loyalties. And everything gets a little bump from 1/1 counters. And we proliferate again on the end step of the opponent's turn. Absolutely nutty, man. Absolutely nutty. There's the other shielder. We knew that was coming. But notice how my life total's much different than it looked before. It looks much different than it did earlier in this game. Holy cow. Elspeth for the win, baby. Man, absolutely silly to be able to use that Staff of Completion with no side effects of damage with the Ashiok, especially in this build. It's crazy, man. All right, I guess we'll keep this. That was a tough mulligan we had to take there, and immediately we get another hand that I'm not super psyched about, taking damage early if we have to use the cut down. And if we have to use the cut down, it's against something that wants to put pressure on me early with damage, so that's not great. All right, let us get to the wedding announcement, please, and draw some cards. All right, the opponent running Murex and green mana. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at like maybe like a Selesnya Toxic build? Haven't seen that in a minute. No interaction from the opponent here. Okay, all green mana so far. They proliferate. Okay, I think they might have a dead hand here and they might be giving up. Or they really just misclicked there and they were trying to get a land. I mean, either way, we'll take it because we did not have a great turn, or a great game this turn. Because our hand was just not... It wasn't there, and then on top of that, we're not drawing well. Yeah, they were trying to get a land there. They screwed up. That's unfortunate. I actually feel really bad. You hate to see it. All right, we get some lands. Let's go. Huge. All right, and they're back in it as well. Okay. We both kind of took a turn off there. I mean, they obviously got the worst end of it, but they do find the Boseiju, which gets them 2 more lands, so no more land problems for them. All right, what do we prioritize here? The Wandering Emperor or the Ashiok? I feel like there's a chance we could draw another land here potentially by next turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the Emperor on instant speed here. And then hopefully we should be able to, yeah, there it is. And say hopefully we should be able to play the Ashiok after the fact. I'm actually going to drop Kaya. This actually works out really good that we're above maximum hand size, because now we can actually play Kaya next turn. Yeah, that worked out really great. Can this only get forests? Yeah. Just out of curiosity, because I want to use my Kaya here to exile an enchantment. This game's as good as over, though, if they don't get some blockers out in front here. They sure do. Oh, they took damage for that, though? Brother, they're not gonna be able to recover then. That's gonna be a GG's, unfortunately. Yep, there it is. Scoops. That's unfortunate. Really rough game for both of us, but I mean, our game plan was obviously developing slowly, but they were way too far behind once they did that little mistake there. Tough. All right, I did a quick little mana base fix here, just slightly. I went ahead and I added in a couple of the life gain multi-land color of Orzhov. I'm tired of taking too much damage, you know what I mean? So for my own land, that is. The opening hand here is definitely good enough to keep. There's an argument to be said too that you could throw some Mirexes in here. I think that'd help out, maybe in some cases too. I personally don't have them in here. I'm not too sure if I love Murex, to be honest. I don't love going against Demir either. It always makes me nervous to cast my first spell. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker card, which is pretty much everything we run, so enjoy that. Take a pick, I guess. All right. Oh man, that's tough. Extract the truth. Hit anything you want. They take the Elspeth. All right, let's go ahead and get the staff completion down. Because it is mana, it ramps us into our Vraska early and hopefully drawing some cards early. That's the goal, at least. The fact that we haven't seen a land yet, though, kind of scares me. It's not a trend you want to see. Also, don't want to see the trend of the opponent not casting anything with blue mana open. Yikes. Big yikes, man. Holy. What do we do? Do we play the Vraska or not? I mean, they have that information, so it's like, clearly they've got to have some sort of answer, right? Guess I'll just flash the Virtue of Loyalty here, because I don't want to get got with a Make Disappear. Okay. That's an easy cut down for me here. And I'm actually, I know I could have played the Virtue there on the 2-drop slot without being countered and it was open, but I kind of want the counter to come down on it so I can open up the Vraska a little bit. And if they don't counter it, I could just continuously, you know, beat them down with my 2/2s until they're forced to answer. That cut down was a great top deck though, by the way. I mean, taking out that Fairy Mastermind with ease like that was absolutely chef's kiss. Let's go. That's also huge. They named 5. Oh man. I don't think this counts as 5. I'm pretty sure even if I pay with the Phyrexian mana cost, it actually counts as a 6-drop. I see where they were going with that, but I don't think it works that way. Let's try it. 3, 4, 5 mana. Now watch, it should not trigger this if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, see? No trigger there for the Talion. It counts as a 6 mana, you know, play. It just, you know, you're paying life in place of, you know, one of those pips. It doesn't mean the pips aren't there. It's a tricky one, and you want to know why I know that is because I've messed up doing that. I played Vraska in a build a while back, my Obscura Ascendancy build, because I thought it could be played either as a 5 mana creature or a spell or a 6 mana spell. Not the case. I played it for a 5 thinking it would trigger my Obscura. It did not, and I looked pretty silly. Alright, so whenever it enters the battlefield, they do all that stuff, but whenever it dies, exile the top card. Now, is it dying? Target creature becomes a treasure artifact with sacrifice. It's not dying. That's another tricky one right there. If I -2 here, are we looking at a situation where they're going to get to play or not get to play? Pretty sure because it becomes a treasure, we're fine, but as soon as they sack the treasure, we're not as fine anymore. Doesn't really matter. We draw a really good card here. We draw an excellent spell here. Alright, we'll attack in here with our, well, no. Let them draw their spell, because it could be something absolutely disgusting like a Behold the Multiverse, and I don't want them to get it for free. And now we can block. I feel a lot more comfortable blocking than I did attacking into it. Even though Behold the Multiverse can get played next turn, at least we're not taking 7 damage for it, you know what I mean? That's not good. What are they taking though? They're taking that so they can get an attack over the top to take one of my Planeswalkers out. Very good. Very good. If I were them, I'd take out the Vraska, but you know. Yep, and they do. Yeah, that'll have to do, unfortunately. I can't do any trickery. I can't, you know, proliferate and save it. It's not possible.
My defiance never dies.
Ooh, Tolvada is disgusting, bro. Okay. What if... What's in the yard? Let's go get a Vraska. This is actually absurd. If this lands, that is, they could have some counter magic, but I haven't seen any yet, so feeling pretty comfortable avoiding the counters. Let's go, dude. That was so scary. The pause there, as long as that was, really scared me. All right, now we go here.
Metal is eternal.
No, not like this. Cut down. Shoot. Is there a way to give it a counter? No. Nope. That's tough. Dang it, they got a skid there. They did get a skid there. I won't even lie to you guys. Not bad. Well, at least we can kind of send that away. I was hoping to give it the counters from the Elspeth and then proliferate with Vraska and then flip the Tolvada, and then we would have been in business, but they put a stop to that pretty quick. Now, I am really worried that we are going to see the multiverse spell or card, like I said. Yep, not happening, brother. They do get to draw a card. All right, let's do it. Let's get this down. Let's get this down. Let's draw a card. Let's proliferate. Nothing, unfortunately, except for the planeswalkers. And we end our turn. Seems good. All right. All right. All right. All right. At least we got the life linking bodies about to start, you know, rolling out here, which is great. Path to Perils, though, are pretty much dead cards at this point in the game. What a grind fest these games have been, though, huh? MTG Arena, that's fine. A little slow. A little bit slow. Dang, that's your only play, huh? Wow, okay, here we go. Now I can flash this in to answer any sort of cut down nonsense. Okay, this might be good. We might be able to flip over the Tolvada here. This could get absolutely crazy. Let's find out. So we give the counters to the Angel. It works. Okay, we proliferate. Right? Nice. We find an Ashiok. Very good. And we attack into Invasion of Tolvada. Come on. We got this. We got this. Hold, hold. Okay, they flash in a 2/3 Flying Angel. Kind of crazy. They trump block. Okay, fair enough. Ugh, they ruin all the fun. They ruin all the fun. No fun zone. All right, let's go with Ashiok then. I don't mind. We're gaining so much life now. This is how these late games work, man. We gain so much life that we just start to you know, become invincible at some point because they're just not going to be able to recover with all the passive life gain we're you know, being granted here. They looked at the staff for a second there. Don't love that. Because the staff is finally going to come in handy here. There it is. GG's. It was just a matter of time. I mean, yeah, I mean, look at the board here. That's the beauty of playing so many planeswalkers. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be sad when, you know, they switch and start continuing this one planeswalker a set thing, because we're not gonna be able to do fun stuff like this all the time. Granted, there's gonna be more sets to pull from, so maybe, but this is so much fun sometimes. All right, Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I feel bad though sometimes playing a bunch of planeswalkers. They're just so hard to answer. That's why they're so good, is the fact that there's not a ton of ways people build around to answer planeswalkers. It's not like you could just run a sweeper and take them all out in one go, right? Like creatures. They're not susceptible to things like that. So it's just a nice little way to be, you know, getting value on the board that's sticky and doesn't go away. All right, we got Azorius color mana, which makes me very, very, very nervous to play my wedding announcement, but I'm gonna try because there's really nothing I can do about it for right now. I can always revive it with the Tolvada. Yeah, we're in trouble. Counters. We do avoid sweepers, like I just said, though, so there's a good chance we can get some success here going with, you know, like the Wandering Emperor here. I'm gonna play it right now so I don't lose out to it from counter magic.
Watch for intruders.
Now, if they are full on control, it wouldn't surprise me if they run Fateful Absence out here. Jace, okay. Jace is fine. They're gonna plus the Jace, sure. Sure. Man, kind of want to go Vraska here in some ways. Yeah, I kind of want to go Vraska here. I don't love it, but they're tapped out again, and it's card advantage against a, you know, a control player. All right, we'll take it. No attacks. We will take it, though. This is gonna be a tricky one. I'm gonna have to really be careful about how I navigate these waters here. Counter spells and sweepers, man, they change a lot of this game. Not to mention the opponent's running mill. Mill is another aspect of the game too that, you know, might be able to get around what a lot of what we're doing. All right, they send it. Yeah, I was worried about that. I was hoping they were gonna be greedy there and, you know, try to plus it some more, but they just full send.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexians.
All right, and they full send again. All right, let's hope they don't have a third one in hand. That would just be absolutely bonkers, but you know how this game works sometimes. Good news is they probably put a Kaya in here, right? They sure did. They sure did. Oh, that's a card too that we got to worry about, huh? Sheesh. All right, let's get the Kaya down. Is there any artifact like removal? Because that's actually a serious problem. Kaya's our best bet here. It's just aura to enchantments. Okay. Ugh, they're making my life so hard. I gotta start getting some 1/1 counters on these guys because the proliferation will be a lot better if we do that. I mean, what's 13 as opposed to 13? You know what I mean? All right.
That's just a start.
I know taking pressure off of their face is probably not the best idea, but flipping this over could exceptionally speed up the process here of killing them. It's a little bit of an investment move here. It can really, really pressure the opponent, you know? God dang, man. Another Jace would be super sad and a terrible way to go out. That's equally not so great. Okay. Let's go with this. For the first time ever, we get the baby Kaya on the field, which is actually pretty broken. If you want to go with the -2 here, we can create a plethora of counters. Not to mention we do have the broken Sky on the field, which is gonna also create some problems for the opponent here. Let's see, target creature. That's not a creature yet. Not yet. And I'm not going to draw any more cards. I mean, is there a reason not to, though, is the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But we're looking at, what, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have lethal on board. I have lethal on board. Not to mention, Kaya can deal that 3 damage. And they clearly didn't have Jace last turn, which means if they have it now, they had to have miraculously top decked it. So I think we might be okay. Pray with me. Okay. That leaves me with 9 cards left in the build. They steal a land. Let's go. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. That'll do it. I would imagine their head's gonna explode any second now. Let's go. Big money. No whammies. Oh, don't do this to me now, man. Don't do this to me now. Come on. Be a good sport. If they end up roping me here, guys, will be a little bit of a cut here. Hopefully not, though. All right, and they're back. Not quite the poorest of sports, but they did rope me for a little while there. Let's go ahead and minus here. Take this out. Let's pump one of these.
Need a weapon.
Might as well proliferate just in case.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Just in case, you know what I mean? Add that extra pop. All right, cool. Just making sure. They did have a 1 mana open, so I mean, a Fading Hope bouncing one of my bigger creatures could have been pretty bad. So I wanted to make sure I got the most amount of damage through as possible. Whew. Stressful, man. Love it. All right, I think we got through the worst of the possible storm to run into. Control, mill. I think that's got to be one of the harder matchups for us for sure. All right, well, I say that, but then it looks like we might have mono red aggro here. I guess let's see how we do against this. This will be another true test for us here. Just kidding, not mono red aggro. Oh, another aggro build though. This likes to go really fast. They try to get the Ginger Brute in the yard. They try to do some Cauldron stuff, which is something I actually want to try myself. The Cauldron deck sounds so cool. Let's hope they tap out here, because the Ginger Brute I can block as long as there's no mana. Nice. But it's nice, but is it nice? Because then they can give this ability to another creature, you know what I mean? So it's not so nice. Path to Peril in this matchup is actually gas. Absolute gasoline. All right. We've got a lot of great cards for this matchup, I think, but we'll see. I mean, that Cauldron can get a little wild. Okay. That's their only play that turn? All right, sounds good to me. Let's see. Do we want to attack and draw 2 cards here? Probably, right? I wouldn't mind getting 2 more tokens, though, if I'm being real. 2 cards or 2 tokens? I think I'm going to take the cards. I think card advantage is always priority 1, right? All right, let's drop the wedding announcement. And say go. I think our pressure might be too much for them here. I mean, the Urbrass Forge is really good. It's going to create some late game pressure for sure, but I think we've got him. Got him here, man. Another Forge. Now that makes things a little trickier. We're going to get the 2 powered one through. We blocked the other one. All right, so we can get a Virtue of Loyalty down here, which I think I'm going to go for. And then I'm actually not going to go for card draw here. I'm just going to go for a attack with the 2/2. Another Kaya Geist Hunter. Let's go. We only have one of those in the build, so it's always fun to see that come down. Only one attacker here, like I said, because I want to create a board full of tokens here, especially with the loyalty now on the field. There we go. Huge. Absolutely huge, mate. Go for the throat on the 4/4. That's fine. That's super high value for me. What's really nice now is the bigger the forges get, the bigger my creatures are getting because of the loyalty. So they'll never really be able to get these attackers to get through at full value anymore. It's really nice. Just got to get one of them up to a 4/4 next turn, maybe with the Wandering Emperor, and we're good to go. Cauldron. They pump it. That's fine. That's fine. That's pretty good play, though. I like that. Ooh, a little Tolvada action. I mean, that seems really fun. Tolvada seems really fun. Gotta do it, right? You gotta do it. Let's go. We flipped that thing over. Now, Tolvada, as you can tell, doesn't always necessarily need to be a reanimation spell. It could just be a really good card to flip over for value. You know what I mean? Dang, 3 Wandering Emperors is wild. What are we doing with that? What are we doing, Shuffler? This deck has been crazy good tonight, man. We've been winning everything, haven't we? Which is nice because we were really low on the ranking, man. We were trying some crazy obscure ascendancy builds, man. We have this one that's almost good, man. It was winning like 50-50, and then we just started tweaking it a little bit and couldn't get it dialed back in again. And then we switched over to this Mardu sacrifice list that I'm like right on the verge of making good. I'm really excited about that one. That might be tomorrow's build, the Mardu sacrifice list.
I've conquered the entire plane. Oh, I have one city.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, you can have a Wandering Emperor. We have so many. All right. Let's do an attack here. You go over the top. You know what? Why even attack those? We have lifelink, right? I mean, let's just send everything at them. Screw it. Screw it. Let them have their ob, man. Let them have their fun. Let them gain that little bit of life. No biggie. No biggie. I think I'm gonna go Ashiok here. The more I'm seeing the field develop, I think I just want to try to close this thing out. And the best way I think I can close this out is just by going wide here and just, yeah, there it is. GG's. The opponent gives up. It's all good. Ashiok would have been my next move though, for sure. Big GG. That is going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for sticking all the way through to the very end. It means the world to me. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's build. I hope you enjoyed today's deck list. So much fun whenever I get the chance to play a bunch of Planeswalkers. It's just, it honestly makes things very, very easy for me. I think Planeswalkers are just super overpowered. We got a lot of really good ones here today too. I think the lifelink in this deck in the late game with Tolvada really, really cranks this thing up a notch because it really has some survivability in the late game and makes us come back in a lot of really tough matchups. You know, a lot of fun. I'm glad we finally got to play Ashiok. Ashiok with the staff is something that's been around for a while now, and it was really, really nice to finally get to play that in a more creative way than other people have been trying. You know, people have been trying to get this, you know, to work with Mill, which is still a viable option here for sure, but most of the time we're trying to beat down the opponent with our tokens. So slightly different game plan, but you know, still a great card, still a great combination of cards, to be honest, which really gives us, like I said, that Broker's Ascendancy effect, which was chef's kiss. But I digress. We're going to be back here again tomorrow with another video. We got ourselves a Mardu sacrifice list tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But thank you so much for watching. And if you guys are part of the Mardu mob, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much for watching. And if you're still here, shout out to you guys because you guys help support my channel every single month monetarily. So I want to thank you specifically very much for your patronage. So thank you so much for helping support the channel. If you guys want to learn how to become a Mardu mob member, it's the little join button down below or the link in the description. But that does it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.